Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. You know me, you know Justin, you know Andy. We are the Thumb Fed Talk. We're here to talk about hockey, more hockey, and a lot of other hockey. That made any sense. New Year's Eve. We got parties to go to.
No,
Justin,
I have no parties to go to. What are you talking about?
I said some people may have a party to go to tonight. I don't. I have.
I have an easy 3 points to get tonight. That's all I got.
Yep. That's what I was about to say. We got 3
Hopefully
points.
it'll be 9 after the whole weekend.
9 after the whole weekend. Some people predicted
Differently,
wrong.
but we'll
Wrong.
touch that subject later. You sound like Donald Trump right there. Wrong, like when he says China.
He's very wrong. He's definitely not on topic.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Klein in the house.
Lights are off.
All right. So
there was a subject that we brought up a few weeks ago when Port Huron played the Bobcats. There was an incident.
We're not on that topic yet.
Oh, I jumped the gun. You got the notes. You start.
Yeah.
That gummit. Maybe jump the gun.
That, ladies and gentlemen, we're all over the place today. But Richard does have that topic to talk about, and that's a very, very
that's sensitive.
Very. Let's get the rest of the stuff out of the way first. So
yeah, we've already go off topic. Richard's got me teed up.
So I today was watching Gary Ryan from the Fed League Flash. Okay. So I took some notes from his podcast or whatever it is, his YouTube page, his rated G page, whatever it is. I don't know. Anyways, but the guy had to report that on the failed to report issues, okay, according to Gary Ryan, the deadline was November 30th. Now, when I looked it up, I couldn't find nothing. Maybe it is. The league likes to hide little fine details. But if the players know, that's fine. We don't need to know. Section 9 don't need to know. I don't need to know. Richard don't need to know. I don't care when your failed to report date is up. I don't care.
If you were that good, you would have reported.
You're right. But the league told the players that they would have an extra 30 days after November 30th to either report or get their rights released and get to another team to play, blah, blah, blah. If everybody knows, if you fail to report, you are suspended from the league for a year. Hence, Joel Frazee didn't report to the Venom. He was, sorry, Joel, I know you're playing overseas now, but maybe that was in the works already. And yes, Andy, he is playing overseas. I don't know if you follow him on Instagram or not, but I'm kind of jealous. I think he went to Paris already once. So Gary Ryan said that the league said that's not happening. So if anybody in this live or anybody out there can find out,
show some light on that topic,
message us. Message Andy. You can look him up, Andy Klein. You can look up Richard.
Right there says my name.
Yeah. Or you can look me up, not underneath Hockey Justin. I don't give my last name out.
Oh, he's a special one.
I'm a special one. I got a snake in my boot for that one. All right. So what's your guys' take on that? Should they or should they not have to the deadline, or should the league give them an extra 30 days depending on their situation?
It's a situation dependent thing. Let's say he's having trouble coming up with funding to make the move. Let's say if he was traded from Topeka to Monroe. If he can't bring up the funds, either A, gets the money up, team fronts it, something like that. That's where a lot of them financial considerations would come in very handy. That's a whole nother topic we'll touch here in a minute, I know.
I say that the league should give these guys 60 days because a lot of these guys can get traded to a team if, for instance, Matt Graham releases me and tells Andy, hey, I'm sending Justin to you. And I go, I don't want to play for this guy. What am I going to do? I want to keep playing hockey, but I don't want to play for his team. Okay. I go back to the video that Gino Mini said when he played for the what was it called? No, the Rumblebees or
Creek.
Yeah, Battle Creek Rumblebees. Yeah.
Okay, so he wasn't too fond on it, but like he said, hey, I can go there, do my style of hockey, play my heart out, maybe get picked up somewhere else. So realistically, players, if you're getting traded to a team, just report, because 9 chances out of 10, you're going to get picked up somewhere else.
Yeah.
Especially if you're over the top for that team, right? If that's like sending Reggie Millette to the Indiana Sentinels. Reggie says, I don't want to go, but hey, you know what? Yeah, Andy, I know you didn't like that. But
don't even joke like that, dog.
But listen, it's not going to happen. Matt Graham's got the handcuffs on that boy. But if
they're being an uprisal.
Now the Black Bears look at him. As much as the Black Bears fans don't like him, the Black Bears owner looks at him and goes, hey, you guys are picking up Reggie. We're paying him this much. We're flying him over here. He is playing for us. Black Bear fans, I think you'd like Reggie if he was on your team. Just had to throw that in there real quick.
100%.
I agree with that. I think if you are a player, I don't want to go play for that team.
Right.
Go play for them, because eventually what's going to happen is someone else in this league is going to like you or like your performances and pick you up. If it's visa related or stuff
I can
like
understand
that,
a lot of visa problems do happen. We had, Blake Anderson. He couldn't get across from Canada. He had some visa issues, so he was late to the port. Okay, but he still did what he had to do, and now he's here. Thank God. We Mr. Michigan. But that takes me back to Davide Gaeta. And who remembers Davide Gaeta? I do.
Yep.
I have his jersey in the closet. My youngest daughter is a Gaeta freak. Has his name plate upstairs. Matt Graham, thank you for giving her that. She didn't need it, but we delivered some food to the players, and she's seen the nameplate. Matt goes, you can have that if you want. I'll get it after the game. He did. Davide Gaeta left Port Huron. Okay, was taken out of Port Huron, and when I talked to certain people from Port Huron on why that happened, I guess it was, Port Huron's got a certain style of play. Not everybody can meet that, right? Let's just face it. We all know how Port Huron plays. Okay, he goes to the Venom. He starts racking up points. He's their league goal scorer. He, player of the year for their team. Now he's in the SPHL. So again, guys, I would give you guys 60 days. I think the league should give you an extra 30. So that way you can get things situated. And if you don't like the team you're going to, just go anyways.
Yeah.
Because what if they win the cup? What if randomly the worst team in the league you get traded to, they somehow win the cup that year, and you're like, well, I could have been on that team, but I was too stubborn to go.
Mm-hmm.
For any player in the league. That's not just for certain players. That's for any player.
I think it all boils down to pride. Pride's a big thing, but swallow your pride, play for that team, and if you get traded, or supposedly that I didn't know that there is a trade back clause.
Well, that's another topic.
We'll get to that subject in a minute. But, okay, go play that team. And maybe you can use this trade back clause.
So could we all vote on 60 days for these guys? I mean, a lot of these guys do have visa issues.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have all Americans, just Americans on our teams.
Here's the thing. Usually with the visa issues, that comes at the beginning of season. Now, once we're already into the flow of the season, and these people are established playing for a team, let's say Blake Anderson, he had the visa issues at the beginning, comes to us. All of a sudden, Topeka wants him. Well, okay, I only have so much money. I can't afford the travel out there. What am I going to do? At that point, within 30 days, there shouldn't be an issue. Once you get to November 30th, all your visa issues should be handled. If they're not, I think you're just pulling somebody's leg on wanting to play in the Fed over here.
Right.
So at that point, I'm a pretty firm believer on that 30 days. Because if a team wants you and they're trading, that team has money somewhere, and they should be able to afford your travel to get you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're all friends, but we get into a little debate, and this is where it gets fun. I agree on the 30 days with Andy, but I also don't agree on the 30 days with Andy because a lot of times, a lot of teams, so if nobody knows, we get an expansion draft. We're getting new teams every year. They get the first round picks. They get to pick who they want. Prior to that, though, they go through the teams. Oh, shoot, no. Go through all the teams that are in the Fed already and say, hey, all you teams that are already in the Fed, you pick a certain amount of players, you save them. They're untouchable. Okay. Now we've seen it with sorry, Matt, I gotta do it to you, Chris and Johnny. They like to get their key core, they save them. And then everybody during the summer is like, who we signing? Who we bringing back? Who we bringing back? Then you see Matt, the Prowlers announce, oh, we got this new guy here. Never heard of him. R2 Hikla. Who? Who's this guy? Okay. The guy from Slapshot. That's what I call him.
Spinelli, Brendan Spinelli. Great guy.
Goggles. He's a good kid. Okay. Never heard of him, right? Now, what you don't know is these guys have to go to camp. Some teams require your new guys to go to camp. And that's how they fluctuate who they're going to really keep. Okay. Just because it says they're signed, standard player contract, doesn't mean they're on the team yet. Then you get into the end of September, beginning of October, and then you go and, hey, I'm taking this guy from Russia. Well, our first game is October 10th. We signed him the end of September, beginning of October. 30 days to get over here, but how long does a visa actually take to acquire and paperwork to get filed and get them over here on a plane, travel issues? See what I'm saying? So maybe just maybe over that 30-day mark for certain like overseas players should maybe take effect.
Yeah.
If you live in the United States, you have 30 days to report.
Yeah. Maybe it should be, okay, you got 30 days, you're stateside.
Well, you have till November 30th, right?
Yeah.
So
what I'm getting at
is it starts in October. So if you live in the United States, there's no reason why you can't make it to that state.
That's what I'm getting at is, okay, I'm just saying 30 days. You got 30 days to do whatever you got to do from one team to another, okay? If you're all living overseas, like you're in France, okay, I can see you getting 60 days. But let's say like Blake Anderson, for example, he lives in Canada, Alberta, Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. Give them guys 15 days. So 30, 15, 60.
So you give them an extra 15 is what you're saying?
Yeah. Give them 45 days.
But the thing is, prior to Mr. Anderson, Blake Anderson, coming to Port Huron, he was with Monroe already. So, again, nature of the beast. Here goes the dogs. It's going to be on every live. I swear to God. It's going to be on every live. We might as well just get used to it. Diesel, stop. Anyway. So I can understand, okay, the 15-day. But then now you get players say, well, he gets 15 days. How come we don't get an extra 15 days? I live in Arizona. I live in California.
Well, how long does it take you to get from California to Mississippi?
Does the player come from money? If you look at your overseas guys, and I hate to say this, a lot of your overseas guys they have money. They have money. If you look at it, I'm not going to put his name out there because I love the guy. He's a great player. He plays for Port Huron. But if you look on his Instagram, it looks like he's got a private jet. Number 77.
That's quiet. Caught myself.
Yeah. So, anyways, regardless, some of these guys have to work during the summer to just make up the money to travel back to, wherever. So, okay. like I said, like Andy said, 30 days. I think that's more than enough. November 30th. That's a whole nother month. So, but for the league to supposedly the league said we're going to give you an extra 30 days, right? And then Mr. Gary Ryan said it's not happening. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Commissioner. Did the report come out that it's not happening?
Can we get a legal press release from this?
Can I talk to my lawyer about this?
We all know legalities, and some people who like to spit them out like they know.
But nothing against Gary Ryan. I mean, he's just doing what he
I
said.
wasn't saying that.
I'm not against
This
anything.
podcast is about facts, okay? And I wanted to put this out there now when it goes on YouTube. We are about facts. If we don't have the facts, we're going to justify the facts. We will get the facts. We will talk, because that's the good thing about Port Huron. We can go to Mr. Graham, Mr. Paulin, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Andrews, and say, hey, how long do you guys actually give them to come over here? And we would have our answer by Sunday.
Yeah. We don't go by word of mouth. We do go by cold, hard facts.
I don't email the commissioner of the Fed. I don't email the secretary of the commissioner of the Fed. I go right to the players, because the players have the knowledge to be able to tell you that.
And
They
and
know
also,
the rules.
And also, some of these players might not disclose that information. They might not tell you because they feel it's none of your business.
Well,
Which,
that's why you
honestly,
got to pick the
I
right
can
player.
respect that. Hey, it's none of your business. I can't tell you
Right.
everything. Okay, cool.
But again,
to
we
go
have
on a limb.
Port Huron has a team, and the guys that are actually, they don't mind telling you stuff if they're liable. You know, if they have the resources to tell you. If it's not in contract, because every player signs a contract, some stuff is hush hush, like that dog. But if the player doesn't want to tell you, I guess he's not going to tell you. Then you're just going to go to the next player or to the coach or the general manager if you have that access, which I'm sorry, but all three of us have that access in Port Huron.
Yeah.
I could pick up this fancy phone right now and text Matt Graham and say, hey, this topic right here, what's true about this topic?
Yeah.
I might not get a response today, but I guarantee I'll get a response.
I mean, maybe I'm going to throw knives at the wall and hope something sticks. But maybe you should ask Matt that just to air this laundry out there and say,
hey, we'll touch that subject back after this weekend. You know, we want everybody to enjoy their New Year's. Obviously, we want to see good games. It's 1-1. If nobody knows, Zydeco is tied with the Scarecrow. There goes Doug again.
And I gotta say, I love this live action stuff, hearing the dogs bark, Section 9 in the background, whose house over here. I love this vibe. And I hope when people chime in and watch this, they can understand it's just three dudes talking about hockey. That's all it is.
All it is.
You don't like grandma's blankets?
We're not going to touch that subject right now. All right, so on to the next. We're gonna get information for you guys. I will get information this weekend. I see a lot of the guys before Andy and Richard get to see them. So I will get some information. I will text it to our group chat and stuff like that. Oh, I was thinking we should get shirts made from Reggie's store called the Thumb Fed Talk with our names on it. What do you guys think?
Sure.
Why not, man?
I'll talk to Reggie, see if he can hook us up, and we'll even give him one.
Can we get a logo? Well, we got to make a logo.
Reggie can make the logo. Reggie can make the logo. Reggie can make the logo. He's a talent artist.
Yes, he is.
Like,
all right.
Hence my Section 9.
Yeah. So something new is inactivity voluntarily departure. Okay. Now, again, I took the notes off his Gary Ryan's live here. Gary Ryan, we're not stealing your show here. We're just taking notes.
It just sounds like it. Come on, Justin.
So He says that's a new thing, okay? And I've never heard of it to this year, so he is correct. It is a new thing, right? You can go out to your coach and voluntarily say, I want to be off this team. Danbury had it with their goaltender after Port Huron beat that goaltender. He said, you know what? I don't want none of this. I don't want it.
I don't have defense around me. I'm not staying here. I'm going to look horrible.
I don't have Josh LaBelle defending me. So
sticking his neck out for him.
What I understand out of that is just because it says that they left the team voluntarily doesn't mean they actually left, I guess, hockey, right? He could have got a call from the SPHL and say, hey, we're going to give you a spot. We're going to give you a spot on the team. You have to leave now, though. Hey, coach, release me now. Well, why? It's for me to know. Just release me. So that's a small subject there. I don't know all about that.
There was 2 guys that left voluntarily.
Well, I'm sorry. The goalie got brought up first because he was the perfect target for that.
Well, I'm just letting you guys know.
Yeah, but we don't know why they actually left because that's not in the books, right? That doesn't come on transaction. Richard seems like he's going to be in charge of transaction, and me and Andy are going to get the gossip all over the Fed, and that's our jobs on this podcast here. But so the transaction page isn't going to say, well, Joe Smith left the Motor City Rockers. He was asked. He asked to be released. They released him, and now you look at an SPHL team, and he's in Huntsville.
Yeah,
but the FPHL transaction page doesn't know that because they're not releasing information. Players are not releasing information to the league. The league don't. How do I put that? The league is not their
ain't
parents.
their daddy.
Exactly. So we'll have to definitely keep an eye on that and see if maybe the league will start saying, hey, if you're going to leave, you have to give us a reason so we can let the fans know why you left.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe they left. I don't like the sport anymore. Who doesn't like hockey, though? I shouldn't even say that because here we are, 3 hours, of podcast time talking hockey. So, but maybe he just doesn't.
Truth, people.
Maybe maybe he just doesn't want to play goalie and he don't know how to play forward. So he's going to Russia to learn how to play forward. I don't know.
Or maybe he's going to a goalie camp to learn how to play goalie.
I mean, you said it, not us. I mean, you're the Section 9 chirper over there. I passed the reins to Andy a long time ago. And
Sim.
Yeah. So we're not even going to ask anybody's opinion on that because obviously we're all on the same page on that, right?
Yep.
Okay. So the next thing is practice squads. And that I was really like, get the pen, get the pad of paper. Then when I heard about it, I'm like, this is it. This is all the information you got. Let me get into detail on that Sunday when I ask around the league again and get the information because apparently I got to be the Fed League. The reporter. Welcome to.
Wait a minute. Gotta look official.
So, practice squads.
I'm going to stop you there, Justin. I didn't know there was a such thing as a practice squad.
Well, I got the notes for it, so I'm going to get into that. So, apparently, there's 3 teams in the FPHL that have practice squads. That is Monroe, which I can confirm with Frank Schumacher later. Blue Ridge Bobcats, which I'm sure I have a Blue Ridge fan on my Facebook page or player. I could confirm. And Baton Rouge, which I could probably talk to. I don't know. I'd have to figure that one out. So apparently they have. There's 3 teams in the Fed right now that have practice squads. Okay, nobody's heard of these practice squads, but apparently somebody did because they found out that there's 3 teams that have practice squads. What it is teams are bringing in players. Okay, so like Port Huron, Matt Graham says, hey, we're going to build a practice squad. Hey, Andy, Justin, Richard, you're going to play goalie as a practice squad. Let the guy shoot on you. That's all you got to do. Andy, you got to sit there and just be an enforcer, act like an enforcer on the defense to our forwards. Okay. Matt Graham says, hey, Gino Mini, I need you to come in, just be on the practice squad. Are these guys getting paid?
Yeah.
But how I view a practice squad is an under the table tryout. They're gonna put you through the circles, put you. It's almost like a camp. If you stick around, somebody gets hurt, you're gonna get called up.
According to the notes that I was given, they work with the team to better the team. Okay, so you get some forwards in there. They work with the forwards. Okay, you get some defensemen in there, old defensemen in there. They work with the defensemen, and I would assume that it's past players that's played with that team. I hope, but they are not rostered. Not rostered could be a thing, is what I was told in my notes. So it could be a thing. They could say, "Hey, so and so is injured. We can't get it. We can't pick up another guy. We're going to go to our practice squad and bring him up." Just like in the NFL.
Now, wouldn't this be a good idea? Because clearly, just down the road, down I-94, there is another team playing in Big Boy Arena. Could you imagine if that was our practice squad?
Well, if you recall, the Michigan Shadows captain went to Indiana to play.
Yeah.
Hit Gino Mini. We all know Gino Mini ain't returning. If you've seen the podcast, Gino Mini's not returning.
No.
Boo.
He's got better fish to fry, which
But-
he's
good.
well for himself.
Here's my thing. If these three teams got practice squads, is the league all right with that? Is the league the league's?
I mean, do you need Big Dad's permission to have a practice squad on your ice? No.
No sticking against it.
If you're not paying them, right? They're just coming voluntarily. I mean, obviously you have a budget. If you feel like you have to dip in your budget to pay some guys that are just going to practice with your team, but not – so they are helping the team, but they're not. Game day, they're not there on the ice. I mean, Matt Graham could call Andy Klein tomorrow and say, hey, Andy, I want you on my practice squad. He's going to wear his Section 9 jersey because he don't have to look official and go in there and practice with him. Don't know what he's going to accomplish, but, hey, he might.
Now, would this – hypothetically here, would this account towards roster spots?
No.
Nope.
No.
Non-roster players.
No, because they're voluntarily taking their time out of their day to help that team be a team that can produce to win a cup.
Okay, say hypothetically, how many practice squad players?
Thank you.
Good Lord!
Right your pots and pans that time? Were they cooking you dinner, Justin?
I'm telling you, that little dog of ours, man, he just gets everybody going. I'm about to move to the bedroom.
How many players would you have on your practice squad?
It depends. I mean, you don't really need a full practice squad because then what's that doing? What's that doing for your players, right? You only need a certain amount. I feel you only need a certain amount of people, certain people to fill in those gaps, to teach these young rookies, okay, this is what this team wants from you. This is what we're going to put into you.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Andy, what's your take on it?
I think it's a good idea. You get some older veterans that used to play or very knowledgeable hockey minds on a practice squad to be out there teach right along with the coach. I think it'd benefit any team. I mean, and as far as like roster or not non-rostered spots, I mean, even if you have one line to put your forwards with two of the practice squad guys that are very knowledgeable on defense, well, here's how you can help the defense. Maybe more of a hand person to say, time, wait, okay, look, you're not pushing up here Everybody's falling back. Why? We're defense. We're going to hold down here. We're covering back. Why aren't you guys pushing forward? And then vice versa. If you got them forwards up there, okay, you got a forward coming in on and a defenseman that should clearly pinch. And the defenseman keeps going back. That's where the veteran practice squad of the forwards and get, hey, no, look, we could have shut it down. It could have been pushed back up to the center. Bing, bang, boom, score.
I think they should do it because in hockey, we all know there's technically 3 guys on offense, right? There's your center, your left wing, and your right wing. Okay.
Yep.
If you're having trouble in the center, you take that practice squad guy, okay, and you take him out there, and you get those 2 forwards to pretty much, okay, this is how you're supposed to attack the puck when you win the puck. Because a lot of times in hockey, you see the center will win the face-off, and then all of a sudden it drops back to the D. And that's a lot of teams' issues there, is when you're dropping back to the D, there's not a lot of defensemen that can score from the blue line.
No.
That's a tough position to score from. You can't tell me there's a guy in any league that has 80-some goals on his thing due to scoring from the blue line, because there's not. You need to get your centers to get the puck and shift it left or shift it right. Or come off the draw and your defenseman gets the puck, shoots it to your whatever winger is open, and then he shoots on the goal.
Update, Zydeco's up 2-1. Haha, Rusty.
So that's where I get that. I would like to see the confirmation and the evidence that these 3 teams that were announced live on YouTube or Facebook or whatever it was YouTube, that these 3 teams have actual practice squads. And I know we can confirm Monroe because all I got to do is shoot a message out. And maybe that's why Monroe is in first place this year. Maybe they do.
Smart move. Don't see why more don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would help. I think it would be.
I think it should be required by the league. The NHL has practice squads.
Yeah.
The AHL, the OHL, they all have practice squads.
If you want the FPHL to mirror the other leagues, why not let us have the practice squad? If we're still called the beer league, okay, then bring back beer league rules and go back.
No, it's not. No.
Well, that's what I'm getting at is bring us back to the old way of playing. But
and I think you could better your rookies that way too. I think you could better your rookies, and then you don't have so much movement on each team. Port Huron used to be notorious for movements. This is their first year. I have yet to see a movement.
I think it would benefit if you want us to be mirrored like everyone else in the league. Let us have a practice squad.
Yep.
And move the pieces around internally.
Now, if the league says, if Andy's the commissioner, he says, all right, I'm going to give every team a practice squad. Now, are the teams going to ask for more money? Because you got to think, some of these teams go off their booster clubs, their sponsorships, their season ticket holders. You know, all that money revolves around the players and their housing and their ways to the arenas. And I don't know how they gas the big buses up all the time. I don't know if the league gives them a card with so much money on it, which this year the league did great on because less travel time. Maybe that was it. But, I mean, having a practice squad for every team, I think it should happen. I think it should.
Be a wise move. Every team, if they pick that up, it's only going to better their players.
And that means
them
players,
them unnecessary, like Reggie, here to practice.
Yeah, but let's face the facts here. Okay, rookies come into this league, and yes, it's the lowest of the low leagues. Okay, rookies come in here. They anticipate to come in to start their career. They don't anticipate to stay here. I don't think any rookie, and a rookie can tell you different, but you know, you can't tell me that, oh yeah, I just want to stay here. Why do you want to stay here? If you have a chance to up yourself closer to the NHL, a rookie's going to take it. I mean, look at Dan Chartrand right now. He was a Fed guy for how long?
Yep.
He was a Fed guy from the rookie. Now look where he's at. He ain't even looking at FPHL.
Yeah, he's playing for the Peoria Rivermen.
Yeah. Which we all knew was going to happen when Topeka picked him up. He wasn't going to go to Topeka. But they own his rights. Robbie Nichols said, I'm not releasing your contract.
Just like we were smart and held Simmons Fisher.
Well, we got 3 guys that we have rights to, so.
Well, a lot of the guys' rights are already released so they can play somewhere else.
Yeah.
Kenny Styles, Valtteri Nusiainen, because he did do a standard player contract, but then never reported. I don't know. He's playing overseas somewhere. I can't even name the rest of them that were released. There was like 6 or 7 of them. So, I mean, I think that's a big topic too. I think quit. I think that if you sign a standard player agreement, I think the teams should have less time before they have to release your rights. I don't think they should hold on to your rights and kind of ruin your career or ruin your year of hockey. Okay, because we just seen a lot of people release rights and it was at a deadline. I think that deadline needs to be shorter. Give these guys the option to go play somewhere else.
But at that point, their rights are only held in the Fed. And if they're playing up in the SP and they have the desire, if I don't make it up there to come back, why release those rights?
Well, I'm talking about the guys that, again, like Kenny Styles. Port Huron still owned his rights in the beginning of the season, right? So the guy's sitting on the golf course, working at a golf course or something, waiting for his rights to be released so he can go play somewhere else. If you own someone's rights, you control what they do. You pretty much control that body. So that's my take on that. Anything else you want to throw in, Richard? I see you sticking your lip out there. And
I mean, if you're not gonna let if the player that you have the rights, if you're holding a player's rights, and he is playing in a different league, and he's about to be called up to an even higher league, okay,
that's different. I'm not talking about that. Okay.
Well, if they want to continue playing in the Fed.
Exactly. Look where I'm going here. So if Andy owns, if I'm on Andy's team, right, and Andy has my contract in his hand, okay, because every contract goes back into the coach's office, general manager's office. Some general managers aren't coaches and players. Port Huron has that luxury of having that, which is great. If you don't call me back, right, you still technically own my rights. Just because you didn't call me back, you still own my rights. You could pick up the phone. That's about owning the rights. He could pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Kenny, I need you back." Why don't I play for you?
Look, okay. Since you brought it up like that, if you're not going to call the guy back,
release his rights.
Release his rights.
That's what I'm getting at. I've seen it last year with a couple certain players. And I'm not going to drive the bus over their speed bumps here. But one wanted a little more money, and that team said no. And he wanted to go somewhere else. He kept begging for his rights to be released. They wouldn't do it. They were trying to find another team. He wanted to pick a team that he went. He found that team. He is playing for that team now. He's doing great things for that team.
First place?
Yes. But like I said, I'm not going to drive the bus over speed bumps. I'm not going to do 50 over a speed bump because you know what? At the end of the day, I'm not coach. I'm not GM. I'm not the general manager. Okay. Maybe there was something. Maybe they were looking at, okay, can we fit this in? Can we fit him in? Okay. He's a top 3 defenseman in the league. I mean, I would be, hey, you know what? Hey, I got to cut your paycheck to pay this guy so we have a defense.
Yeah.
And as a team player, you should say, hey, you know what? Okay, I want so much money by this time. Once the season gets going, these teams rack in money. Now you can start paying players more.
Well, now I'll touch base on this. It goes into our last topic. Well, if they're doing that, can't you just remove yourself from the situation?
You should have that right?
That goes into the previous to where, hey, look, voluntarily leaving.
That is true. But that voluntarily thing is new because I've never heard of it. I've never seen that in transaction. So that's got to be something new that the league never announced to anybody.
That was a puzzling thing earlier when he had mentioned that. I was like,
so just know any league you play for is not all fun and games. I mean, it's behind the scenes is where it's really at. And if I could be a fly on the wall behind some scenes, I would really love to be that fly on the wall sometimes.
2-2 Zydeco Topeka.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what's this? Is that like a new trend or something or what?
No,
I know there's a 6-7, but so the next thing on topic was the trade back waiver rule, and that is new.
That is very new.
So this is what I wrote down. You guys listen to it. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty much what I got out of it is you can trade a player for future considerations. Okay? Means that the team can use future considerations to get that player back. Am I correct?
How I understood what was stated is it's pretty much I'm trading you away, but I still own your rights. At the end of the season, I can take you back. It's a good way. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's a good way to see like healthy scratch players, like at the beginning when we had Gelly and all them sitting up there when we had our stuff full. Gelly, Schlapp, and Spinelli. Those three were always up in the stands. It was a way for them to be able to say, hey, guess what? We want you to better yourself. Right now, we're a stacked roster. We're doing good. I'm going to trade you away, but I'm going to hold you right. And at the end of the year, if I lose somebody, I'm going to bring you back. Let's say Lucas Lockney decides next year not to come back, and we'll do it this way.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We're just using hypotheticals.
Yeah, we'll say we traded Tuck for future consideration, not even future considerations, for them 2-3 players. But we held his rights. He could come back. No question.
I think
Monroe wouldn't have no say in it because we own his rights.
I think future considerations should be, and a lot of times the future consideration guy, the mystery man, was thrown around a lot in the league last year. It was all future considerations. And a lot of teams didn't see future considerations. It was just some way to tell the fans, hey, if we have we consider someone else in the future, we can use it.
And from what I heard and understood through the rumor mill of the same gentleman, a lot of that could have been hotel rooms. You could be trading that. You could be trading somebody for hotel and steak dinners.
I heard the cash considerations.
Yeah.
Was also that too, because a lot of times, like last year was a big thing in the Fed. People don't realize this. This is where I stand in with the league. This is where I like knowing this stuff here. So cash consideration, everybody goes, oh, cash consideration. What's that? That is pretty much the away team is going to pay all expenses for your hotel. They're going to pay for, okay, the guys want to go out to eat. We're going to pay Olive Garden to feed all you guys. If they need cash, hey, we're short on left-hand sticks. We got guys that shoot left-handed or playing with right-hand sticks. Now that team has to give you money to buy sticks. They got to, buy new skate blades, buy, odd and end stuff. I still think the future consideration should be, if I'm trading, again, Tucker Scantleberry to Monroe, my future consideration, again, and it kind of lines up with what Andy said, if I want him back, that's my future consideration. In the future, I want him back. There's no ands and buts about it. He's coming back to me.
And this topic was brought up because of, I'm going to bring up his name, Kyle Heixinger from Blue Ridge Bobcats got traded to Topeka. But here's the curveball there. He got loaned to Tulsa.
Hmm.
So when ECHL season's over with, what you're going to say, hey, Kyle, come back on down. We got more hockey to play.
Yep. Now, if Mr. Heisner does that, is one thing. Again, that goes back to our other subject. He could voluntarily say, I don't want to play for you.
Yeah.
But Robbie Nichols could say, well, guess what? You don't have to play for me, but I still own your rights. See, all these things that we're talking about kind of line up together on everything, like owning your rights, leaving a team but still keeping your rights, the trade back waiver. It's all lining up as we talk about it. It don't make sense when you watch it, but then when you talk about it, it starts to puzzle pieces start going. Yeah,
it's like the trading future considerations. Okay, that just happened. It happened yesterday.
right.
The Lobsters traded Elias Thompson to Indiana for financial consideration.
Which that means they, like Andy said, hey, guess what? We can afford to make it down there, but we don't have the money for a hotel. All right, well, you did that trade. You guys got to pay for a hotel.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win, and it's a lose-lose in some people's eyes. And to me, I like the future consideration, and I hope the league sticks with it. Where like Andy said, if Matt Graham goes, hey, we want Dan if it would have fell where Dan Chartrand left on future considerations, now you have Robbie Nichols wrapped because there's nothing he can do if Matt Graham says, hey, Dan, you're coming back here.
Yep. But that is at end of season. They have to complete that season with that team.
Right. So, I mean, if they womp out and don't make the playoffs and Dan Chartrand goes, I want to play hockey. Hey, Matt, yeah, come on back.
Now, I don't know if that'll work as far as playoffs go either, because technically the season is not completed. Even though your season is done at that current team, the trade back clause.
I believe it would still work because Dan Chartrand has 5 games underneath his belt with Port Huron.
True.
I don't know if that goes year to year or if that goes stat wise. If that goes stat wise, then you can make a lot of moves for playoffs. You could build a playoff team and not have the same players that you played with all season.
Mm-hmm.
That would be something interesting to see. Like, that would be cool. Now, if you got to play 5 games with that team for that season, well, then now you got to go back to who did I trade in the middle of the season that's already got 5 games with me.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. That one's definitely going to, since this is a new one, we're going to need a little bit more clarification.
And I'm sure we can get it, right, guys?
Yeah.
So before I go to the big subject, I got another subject. Is the playoff format is something new this year. There is no 4 and 5 team playing one game to see who takes 4th place. It is straight. The first 4 teams in the standings will make the playoffs. So first place will play 4th place. 3rd place will play 2nd place. They're talking about the home ice advantage thing. Some fans don't like it when you say home ice advantage. To me, back in the day, that would mean you do not leave your arena. I would hope the league looks into that and says, you know what? By what it says, home ice advantage, you have home ice advantage. You do not leave your arena.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not fair to fans that their team didn't come out on top, but that would push a team to get to first place better. That would better a team.
I yes and no. So with that whole home ice advantage, so what you're saying is they moved it to now first place, obviously Binghamton. So if we play them for some magical reason, we're in 4th. We would have to play all 3 games of our first 3-game series there.
Well, right now, as the league stands, They would come to Port Huron first, like last year.
Okay.
Okay, and then we would go there for 2. I think if you and the way it's said, home ice advantage should mean you do not have to leave your arena at all.
I disagree.
I agree, but I disagree. I'm going to explain. So
because you're
1
Richard.
and 2, 1 and 2 have home ice, right?
So no,
3 and 4 will come to 1 and 2. They don't leave.
Yep.
Semifinal will be completely different.
So 3 and 4 will get their so I don't know. So 3 plays 2. So 3 would go to 2 would go to 3 first. Okay, because they get 1 game. And then 3 has to go to 2 for, let's say 3 wins, now they got to go for 2, right? So realistically, as the standings fall right now, I don't want what I said, home ice advantage for bingo. I want to see bingo travel. I want to see them tired. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to, because if bingo's tired, okay, we seen it last year. Port Huron beat them down in McMorran Arena. Somehow they mysteriously got enough rest, and, well, they eliminated Port Huron in 2 games over there.
But I kind of see it like this. Okay, you get home ice, okay? For the first round, you get home ice because 3 and 4 are coming to us. Second round, it's still a 3-game series, right?
Well, that's my next subject. So it should be the best of 5 for the finals, okay? Due to ice availability, because the teams do not own their ice arenas. They do not. They rent them, which we know Prowlers rent McMorran, okay? So depending on the arena staff, if they say, hey, no, let's say June 2nd, okay, Port Huron's facing bingo. Bingo's coming to McMorran Arena, okay? And it's the best of 5. If Dalton J says, hey, look, I got to have the ice out of here. I got graduations going on because in Port Huron, the high schools do their graduations there. Now the league has to bump it down to the best of 3. So that way they're done in time so the ice can be pulled. So we don't know if it's going to be it depends on who makes the finals. Will vary on if we have a best of 5 or a best of 3. I think you should have a best of 5 regardless.
Yeah, and there should be a verification if they're saying they can't. There must be documented proof of a following lease, because that is one heck of a good way to Buffalo and get out in 3 games.
Yeah.
And I will say this, I would not put it past the 2-time defending champions to pull some sideways stuff and say, ice got to come up.
Yeah, I don't know how their arena works because it seems like they have ice availability whenever they want it.
The only thing happens in that town besides crime.
So another thing.
It is facts. I did look that one up.
I wanted to point out that today was announced that Topeka has the 2nd best defense in the league right now. Their defense is rated in 2nd place. So other teams out there, just be aware when you're playing Topeka that they do have the 2nd place team right now.
Well, watching this game.
Yeah, we're not going off this game. We're not going off this game, Andy.
It should be a 2.
So, okay. If I was a betting man and I'm looking at the playoff bracket and I'm said 3rd place team, and this is speculation. Okay, I'm number 3 team in the league. I want to be 4. Because being 4, I go to number 1, play number 1 at their arena.
Nobody wants to play number 1 though.
But
it depends on what division you're in. Because no one wants to play Monroe in the playoffs right now. No one wants to play bingo right now.
But as Topeka, I'm going to say it, Topeka. If you're Robbie Nichols and your team's number 2 defense, would you want to play bingo?
Well, who's the number 1 defense?
Honestly, do you? All three of us, do we think Topeka's good enough to go into bingo and beat them if they're number 4?
No. No.
No.
There's not a team in this league right now that is competable with Bingo right now.
Monroe.
And the Empire Division. I'm sorry, I'm tooting everybody's horn here. People might get a little mad about this, but the Empire Division does not have teams capable of beating Bingo right now. And I hope this puts a bug in someone's ear and a team's ear to kind of feed off that. But
we're capable. We did it once.
Yeah.
We've done it twice.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to play the devil's advocate. I personally think the moves that Topeka's making, I think they might be that thorn in a Grizzly Bears side and go up there.
Well, it would be nice. It would be nice, right? If we play number 3, right? So who's number 3? Who's number 3 in our league right now? Who's number
Topeka.
3? Okay. So if we pay Robbie Nichols some money as fans and say, hey, will you drop to 4 and go beat up on Bingo? It's a win-win for Port Huron because whatever team comes out of that next, because Port Huron's going to play number 3. Who's number 4 right now?
Bobcats.
Okay, so we know how that's going to roll. They're already losing a player because they have a player banned from McMorran.
You see what?
That'd be interesting coming playoff.
You see what I'm pointing down right now? I see it. Not everyone else see it, but if you
I think I have to agree with you a little bit here. If Topeka were to drop to 4th, which I don't think is going to happen.
No.
But you look at the standings, right? There's in Port Huron's division here, okay? All the teams that the playoffs are going to start now, Port Huron has beat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Port Huron has beat every single team that's going to make the playoffs. Okay? So, again, I have to go with Richard on this. If we watched Robbie Nichols and the Black Bears beat up on each other, okay, we beat Blue Ridge, okay, we wait to see who we'll face. Those two teams are already going to be beat up because they only have a week, and then they have to travel. They have to come right to McMorran. Now they're already beat up. You're injured. You're suspended, okay? Those are two hot teams that don't know how to keep their mouth shut, so they're going to get suspended. Now you're losing players. So, yeah, I do see where Richard's coming from on that.
Yeah.
It is. If you're looking at the points right now, 10 points separates us from Topeka. 5 points only separate Blue Ridge Topeka. So, I mean, it's January. You still got 2 months left in the season.
You got 3.
I mean,
come out of nowhere and end up in the top 4.
Yeah, I don't see that happening now. They don't have a goaltender. So let's just that topic there. We all as podcasters have to sit back and watch these games. You can't just watch, okay, you got to watch your home. You got to keep track of the other teams because as the season goes, Indiana, I hate to say, could make a push for 4th place. And, well, they're not going to compete with – they're not even going to touch – they're not even going to put a dent in Bingo.
No. Everett Thompson would be off sitting in a chair somewhere crying.
Yeah, if he even shows up, like he didn't show up to Port Huron the one day.
Wait, I mean, I'm looking at it right now, okay? Indiana, 19 points. Watertown, 27. Danbury, 29. Blue Ridge, 30.
You need, I think, 90 points to clinch the playoffs.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of points still to rack up. This is where those games with Indiana and Port Huron, this is where those – I call this weekend a 3-3. You have your first game tonight, okay? Port Huron. If you could pull out 9 points, now you're climbing into Bingo again. Yeah. And if the Wolves, pray to God, the hockey gods, the Wolves beat Bingo tonight, that puts a damper in Bingo. They're going to come back mad. They're going to win
30 straight.
I should slap you for that.
But you know what I'm getting at.
Once you piss the Bears off, they come back in vengeance.
Yeah, what is it, 11-3? 11-3 final? Can we not?
And then you go to the Continental. The Continental completely. The
I'm not even a
Continental's
Cowboy.
sideways as it is. You got Ice Cats and the Thunderbirds tied
So
27 all.
we all know, and I talked to a certain somebody. Monroe wants Bingo in the finals. Port Huron wants Monroe in the finals. Their fans, Port Huron fans, want Monroe. Now,
Two of our
What is
former
that?
stars.
what does that do? What does that do to you? Because I believe Dalton J would keep the ice down for Port Huron for a best of 5, right? So now, let's just say that happens. Monroe would automatically keep theirs down because they're filling the house, they're making money. So it would be a sellout down there. I think it'd be a sellout in McMorran Arena for the best of 5.
If we
What
make
does
the
that-
finals, we're going to see a sellout.
what does that do to you on travel time? You think about it. Think about it for a minute here. That's a 22-hour trip.
That's where Kenny Andrews gets some money out and puts them on a jet and gets them down there quicker.
I think if your team owner has the money, instead of taking the bus, we fly you down. You make it down there in 3 hours. Now you have rest time.
Yeah.
You rent a bus down there, or Monroe says, "Hey, you can use our bus. We'll load you guys up. We'll take you to the hotel. Let's have a good series."
That's something that we need to see more of.
And Monroe, their owner has a lot of money. I have the proof in my phone. I'm not going to put the names out there of who I got the proof from, but they have a lot of money. I was told they were in Topeka. How come they couldn't come to Port Huron for a weekend and play Port Huron? Monroe, you could do better.
League could do better. I agree with the drive time thing, but I think we should see at least each team once.
I mean,
once a year.
if you're already in Topeka, you might as well just say, you know what? You're already in Topeka. We're sending you to Michigan for a weekend.
We were in Blue Ridge. Why couldn't we go down Thunderbirds, Monroe, just 2 weeks away? None of these guys have jobs during the week.
Right. Except for Brian Parsons, who is a McMorran staff.
Well, yeah.
And he likes to break the Zamboni.
Brian.
That's a touchy subject. Ask him about that.
No.
Dalton J left him unattended for an hour. Well, let's just say the Zamboni was getting welded back together.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's what. Didn't they say that on the coaches show last week?
Yeah. Brian's like, no, not me. Yeah, Brian, that was you. So, are we ready for the big subject? Put your hats on, drum rolls, please. Get your eyes crossed. Here we go.
My guy.
And if nobody has a mole underneath your eye, make sure you just put a little black dot there. Here we go.
You're killing me.
There was an issue, and some people, it was all over the news. It was made Channel 7 news in Michigan. It made the news in the FPHL. City managers got involved. Owners got involved. Last time Port Huron played Blue Ridge, they smoked Blue Ridge, and when Port Huron scored, yes, Port Huron has new updates in their arena. Yes, the lights go dim, but you can still see where you're walking. You can still see where you're skating. A certain player, and we'll get to his name in a minute because I forgot it, but Richard has it, shot the puck into the stands and hit a 17-year-old kid. Luckily, thank God he's okay. No concussions, no broken bones. And the city manager of Port Huron has put a no trespass order on this player for the rest of his time in the Fed. So,
Even if he came on vacation, he can't step foot in the arena.
That's right.
He can't step foot and watch him play Silver Stick.
So,
But he's an ugly guy, so I don't think he's gonna have a kid.
the player's name was
Philip. I can't pronounce.
Philip. Mr. Philip.
Philip Havlik.
There you go.
Havlik.
Now,
Yeah.
I seen a statement from Blue Ridge's coach, who was ejected out of that game that night.
Do better, coach.
And their equipment manager took over.
Do better, Devin. You're trash.
Hey, whoa! No. I was told that McMorrin went over the top on the issue, meaning McMorrin took it. Now, McMorrin didn't go over the top because this came from the city manager. If nobody knows, McMorrin Arena is owned by the city of Port Huron. They took the rights. Okay. So, realistically, McMorrin didn't go over the top of nothing. They addressed the issue. They let the league do their steps. The league did their steps. 1 game suspension. I'm not the guy that does the safety stuff. If I was, it probably would have been 6. But to say that McMorrin was over the top on the issue, come on, dude, do better. Do better. Come on.
I mean,
Woo!
Go ahead, because Richard, once I start, it's gonna be hard to stop me.
I think poor Huron did everything.
And mind
right.
you, I wrote each thing down. So we're on the first dot. If you see the dot, the black dot, I'm sure you see it every day. But
Port Huron did the right thing. Port Huron, yes, Justin said, Port Huron, McMorrin Arena was owned by the city of Port Huron. They did everything right. Yes, we got netting. Yes, we got glass. We have everything as a normal hockey arena has. I get it. You go to the NHL game, their netting only goes so high. I'm a firm believer is if you're a professional of any sport,
keep going with
control your
this.
anger.
I drank too
Control
much
your
water.
Look at DK Metcalf situation when we played the line when the Steelers came to town. He slugged that fan. He got suspended for 2 games. I personally think if you slap the puck on the ice because we just scored on you, how does that make you a better human? How does that make you feel that you just injured a fan that wasn't expecting that? Game was over with. The period was over with. Go to your locker room, punch a wall.
Yep.
You got a 3.5-inch diameter rubber puck that's what, 8 ounces? Maybe? Not even? Getting launched. That fan was not known that puck was in his vicinity.
Well, I'll go into it. When he brought this up, he definitely hit me and said, I have a lot of respect for the gentleman who brought this to attention, and his comments about this are just so false.
And mind you, folks, this is I'm sorry, Andy, I didn't want to interrupt you. This is a very sensitive subject to Andy because Andy knows this family, knows of this family. And Andy, where Andy was sitting at, is it the same side that you sit on?
Nope, across. Witnessed the whole.
So Andy witnessed this. Andy knows of this family. So this subject is very sensitive to Andy and Justin. I wasn't at that game.
When a grown man throws a childish hissy fit because he failed at his position, left his goalie high and dry, and they scored, that is not that fan's fault for not keeping his eye on the puck. It states, and it is announced before every game, intermission, whole 9 yards, that during play, keep your eyes on the puck. Nobody in that stand, sober, drunk, was expecting a puck to come flying up from a grown man hissy. We have glass. Our side glass is short. Right behind that glass is a beautiful McMorrin post. Is another I'll see this glass all the way around. And it is covered higher than the rear.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Andy, but you're kind of breaking up.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a steak. That's a steak if nobody knows, because this is a touchy subject, and I got to celebrate with a steak.
So,
and Andy's breaking up, so I think we kind of have a mood swing right now.
All right. Is it better?
That's better,
perfect,
Andy.
right there.
That's better.
All right, perfect. I did a movement on my mic. I think I knew what was going on.
I'm
So-
telling you, we're buying him. We're buying him at tax time. We're buying him a laptop.
Already in the works. That's my next purchase. But now I will go back onto what I said. We have the 3 foot of glass all the way around that arena, Mr. Ryan. And it covers that area 100%. It's taller than our backstops, which are netted as well, because clearly a lot of teams can't hit the net to save their lives, especially in the Fed League. It is not that fan's fault at all. You're going to go to our wonderful brand spanking new projection system, which, yes, lights do go dim, but there's also red lit throughout the whole arena. So as far as a safety hazard, we must change that in the legality. What are you talking about? There is no. Have you ever seen the Montreal Canadiens? I mean, I get it. You're stuck in one place staring at bingo. Maybe tell the owner to spend some money on the team and do that to the arena instead of paying under the table to keep players. I respect you, but your comments about this are so far out of this world. You're
So my take on it, because I had to go get my steak dinner, which I know in bingo fans can't afford. Anyway,
They got a couple nice steakhouses. Don't say that. I'm gonna go facts.
hey, but they're notorious. New York's notorious for their pizza. Come on now.
They do got some good slices over that way too.
Anyways, I text Mr. Gary Ryan,
Oh boy.
and I said,
Not mind you, folks. Before, like I said, this is a very sensitive subject, so a lot of us will go off the rails. And we're
Yep.
not belligerent or battering someone, but this is 100% facts on what Andy is saying.
if you have not been in McMorran Arena, you do not know, hands down. You do not
I'm
know.
going to interrupt you before this, Justin. Mr. Ryan, reach out to me. I'll personally buy you a ticket and invite you to sit with us. Like I say, I respect you 100%, but you're falsifying facts of legalities and BS. Evidently, you must not have been able to enjoy a game there since the update.
I text Gary Ryan. I said, just a heads up. The lights in the Prowlers Arena does not go completely black due to the safety of fans and players. You can still see when you walk, and players can still be seen on the ice after the Prowlers score. There is a lighting. There's a lighting. We had an issue at the beginning of the season where it did go black, and it was brought from the off-ice and on-ice officials that we can't have that due to safety regulations and due to the stat situations and stuff. We have to be able to see who's on the ice to get their stats. So, okay, I'm just saying Ken Andrews fixed it. He did fix it. He fixed it, and it still looks nice. Yes, it does go dim. It does go a little black. But when the Prowlers score, both teams have a spotlight on them so they can see. And that spotlight shines the whole ice. It's one giant spotlight. So you can see where you're skating.
And being in person is completely different than watching it on television.
100%.
And I get what Mr. Ryan's saying. He's saying what he sees. I get it, dude. I really do. I'm not, us three guys, we are not knocking you in any way. And please, for the love of God, don't take it like that. We're just giving you the facts because we're Port Huron faithful. We know that rink. We know that barn. We know what they do. Yes, you may say it's a safety concern. You may say it's a legal issue. But us three gentlemen will agree, and Justin said it himself, everything that you think was wrong has been fixed.
And it was fixed before that even
Before
happened.
the incident.
Yes.
Exactly.
So the next topic here on this topic says the home team don't want the guy back. They don't like him. That's why he is banned from McMorran Arena. That's what teams are going to start doing when they don't like a certain player. I'm sorry, he's not a star player.
The guy is trash. Clearly, if he throws a temper tantrum like a 2-year-old toddler that couldn't get a toy at Walmart, he is not a good player. He is not good for professional hockey. He is not good to be a teammate with. What is
I'm
that?
sorry, but
I
my
would trade
kids-
him immediately.
all
If
three
I
of
was
our
a coach,
kids-
I'd fire him.
all three of our kids go to McMorran Arena and they idolize our Port Huron's hockey players. My kids do. Your kid does. Your kid does. If a Port Huron Prowler acted like that
And launched a puck into the stands, they'd
I
be
would
let
be-
go.
I would be ashamed.
Yep. And I would tell him that's a shit move, crap move.
When you act like a child, you're going to be treated like a child. You are grounded.
you ground. You no longer to come play in our house.
You cannot have your ball for a week.
Well, a game.
So it also says that Port Huron Prowlers turn off lights is a poor design. Blames that's why the kid got hit with the puck. It's a poor design. Port Huron has a poor design with their lighting. I'm sorry, but I know for a fact that you can push a remote and you can dim the lights a little bit when they're playing, or you can crank them all the way up where it's too bright to see the ice. So that's false. Sorry, that's false.
Like I said, I'm a big fan of the guy. Part of the reason why I joined is I do admire his work. He does an amazing job. But going to that route and trying to kick us and put us down due to upgrades that actually enhance a fan experience more than a bunch of grown men and women going, "Woo," like Ric Flair and bingo, come experience a Prowler hockey game on me. Gladly. And if you drink, I'll even buy you a beer, Gary. I like you.
Gary Ryan. Okay, go ahead, Richard.
I can't say it again, but it's like
Love the
We're
Fed
here-
League Flash.
we're here to put this topic to bed.
Yep.
And I don't want this topic to be brought up again by any other podcaster. You know who you are. Please don't, because us three gentlemen would put this to bed like a baby because it's done. It's over with. This fan got injured. Fan got escorted to the hospital. The Bobcat
Fair.
player got suspended from being at Port Huron. Enough with it.
Yep. 100%.
It pulls at my heartstring because imagine if it was your son or daughter that got hit.
I would have reacted a lot different, but I'm at that tunnel. But that's a whole different story because I'm a very defensive parent.
Well, I'm not saying you in general. And
I know. I'm just stating that's what would have happened with me.
Yeah.
Because of childish action. Now I'm going to go down there and spank you like I'm your father.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, I really think that we can all probably genuinely agree on this is every coach should look at their players after this incident and go, if you do that, what are you doing? Do you want a spot on a team? You represent a city. You're playing for the city on your chest. You can disrespect that name on the back all you want. But when you go out there, you're representing a city, you're representing a team. And that is not a good teammate. That is just not good team play. That is a poor loser. And there's no participation trophies in professional sports. If that's how you're going to act, you're a participation trophy guy. Do better.
And the quote that you just reminded me of, the name is more important than the name on the front than it is the back. Believe me.
Yeah.
And
I'm
if you
sorry, but my take on it is not just the name thing. Okay, as a hockey player, when you step on that ice, you have people idolizing you.
Mhm.
People want to be like you. These little kids want to play hockey. They want to be like that guy. Oh, it's the FPHL. I want to be like Austin Federley. I want to stand 5 foot and maybe 100 pounds soaking wet. But
we love you, Austin.
we love you, Austin. But at the end of the day,
Don't see him coming on anytime soon now.
oh, he's gonna. I'm getting him.
I know
Don't
he
worry.
is.
But the thing is, it's just like refereeing. Maybe a kid wants to be a referee. Come on, refs. You know, the refs, they make bad calls. The kid's like, man. Blah, blah, blah. Well, I mean, he's just doing his job. But at the end of the day, when you shoot a puck like a kid and act like a child, and you think, oh, well, I shouldn't be banned from that arena, you should be more than banned from the arena. You're lucky they don't press charges.
I, even on the press charge thing, I don't think I'd escalate that far. It wasn't a direct, like, okay, he stared at the kid in the face. Did he launch it up? Yeah, he did. But the press charges
But
thing,
remember,
I would.
remember, the lights were out completely black. We don't know if he stared at the kid, right?
Good. You can't play both sides, Justin. We're playing the right side. Not the...
I was just stating a fact there, Andy.
It was okay. Let me understand this. Was because I'm hearing two different things. The lights was off, or was the lights on?
The lights were never all off.
They were dimmed
Okay.
with the red hue, with our celebration going, bullhorn and the pump it up.
Because at the article I read, the lights were on. The player end of the period, the player launched the puck. That's the article I read.
Yeah, don't read that article because it happened off a goal. It didn't
Okay.
happen at the end of the period. So he wants the league to tell McMorrin to keep the lights on after a goal. I'm sorry, you're going to lose fans that way. We don't want to celebrate you don't want fans celebrating with the lights on.
Especially after spending all that money, Ken Andrews has done a phenomenal job with fan experience. The safety's always been Ken's number one, hence the fixing of not being completely dark and going with the red hue. Obviously all of our new upgrades with the ice being lit up, whole 9 yards.
Yep.
What game was it? I think I watched the game a few weeks back. That they literally turned off me. I don't know. I'm watching it from my comfy chair, but they looked like it turned off all the lights, and all they had was a spotlight on
Monroe.
Monroe does that, or
Yep.
okay?
But they don't. The away teams don't shoot, pucks in the fans.
They're not sore losers.
I kind of deem that as more of a safety concern, but I'm seeing it from my chair. Being there in the presence is a little different.
Yep.
See what I'm getting at?
Yep. Off of YouTube, obviously the brightness is not going to be equivalent. Cameras can only justify so much. For God's sakes, camera adds 30 pounds. I look twice as big as what I am right now. So imagine a lighting issue.
Justin's over there licking his fingers.
You all right, man? Did you get it?
Oh, man.
He's underneath that left knuckle.
Ooh! Anyways,
Point your finger.
he also said when the fans buy a ticket, it's a contract. That ticket.
Don't hide it, Richard. Let it go, buddy.
Richard, read us the back of your ticket there. Show us your ticket, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a ticket. Show me the back of it.
This is a Port Huron Prowlers ticket.
Does it say that it is a contract that you are agreeing to? Does it say anything about a contract and a safety thing?
Do you want me to read this?
Okay, hold up though. I will say this: we can save the ticket reading just by our announcement that we made that we are not responsible for any accident or injury.
But buying a ticket is not a contract. You're not signing this.
You don't have to. You really don't.
You don't.
That's where I will stand up for him, and this is where I'm the devil's advocate. I know it's a touchy subject, just like Richard has stated, but he is correct on that. Each time we enter a sporting event like that, whether it be hockey, football, basketball, if we get hurt there, that is not the arena's problem. You cannot sue the arena, you cannot sue the team.
Yep.
And it is stated we are not responsible for any accident or injury. Austin Dunn announces that for the game, intermissions. Chew the heck out of that, boy. You are getting it. Hungry man.
Any sporting event, like for my sport I do in the summer, I have to sign a waiver to even climb into a car. If I get hurt, it's not my fault. I mean, it is my fault, but I can't sue the fairgrounds.
Again, it's getting a ticket is just getting you into the game. Yes, it is announced at every sporting event that they are not responsible for any injuries. Does McMorrin take the time to fill out an incident report? Yes, they do.
Yeah,
Yes,
they have to. You still have to do it within the
It doesn't
accident.
matter. My
injury, 'cause
daughter
that
got
covers
hit with a puck by one of the goalies from the Black Bears or Carolina. It was an accident, but they still came down, gave her some ice, incident report. So,
Yep.
okay, I do agree. Yep. But the family ain't going out there to sue the Prowlers or McMorrin.
No,
So why even bring that up?
it's one of those things. He was discussing legalities.
He also
Which
says that Philippe or Flippy or whatever, Flippy the whale,
Philippe.
the dolphin, whatever,
Avalanche.
should not be banned from the arena. Fans take risk. Yes, fans do take risk every day. Every day we walk into that arena. It don't matter where you're sitting. You take a risk. Should he be banned from that arena? Well, that's up to the owner of McMorrin, which is the city of Port Huron.
In the city, and obviously Prowlers hockey and the city of McMorrin take all the safety precautions that we can. It was a malicious act performed by a player during a heated temper tantrum like a child. So yes, I do have to back Mr. Frieden. I don't back him on much. But on this action, I do have to agree with him on the ban. Due to its poor sportsmanship. I mean, if I was the owner of the Bobcats and that incident happened, he's a PR nightmare. Immediately.
According to the statement that the Bobcats made, this player is not an aggressive player. He cares about the fans. He cares about the sport. Well, if you cared about it, I always tell my kids, think before you do stuff. Think before you say it. Think before you say it. Well, you better think before you shoot it.
Clearly, he must not have had a hockey dad, and he must have just been a drunk sitting in the stands that didn't care. Because if I was a hockey player and I did that, my father would have beat the brains out of me. I'd be ashamed if that was my son. That he acted.
This is facts. This is God honest truth that we're all talking about. Because as a parent,
and it's not bashing you. It's not bashing you, but don't attack McMorrin Arena when they are taking the right steps to better the experience at McMorrin Arena. Mm-hmm. McMorrin is not going to change their lightings.
Nope.
After all that money that was put into it, that's a lot of money to throw away. If I'm the owner and they say, "Hey, you got to pull all that lighting," then you're pulling me too because I'm going.
Yeah,
I'll put it this way: if Binghamton had the green hue, the projection system, the lights off celebration like that, me personally, in that giant arena with the beautiful scoreboard, that would be lit. It would be amazing.
And my question is,
their product.
Bear fans, you guys have a nice arena. You guys have nice locker rooms. I've seen the videos of the locker rooms. They're NHL style. They have their own, their equipment staff. They have their own room.
Lost
they have their own. Oh no, there you are.
There I am. Sorry.
Bingo's got a nice arena. It's an NHL style arena. It's the only arena I know, and I had mentioned to Ken Andrews about doing the same thing, is getting cameras in the back of the net. You got cameras above. Let's get the cameras right in the back of the net so we can see, different angles, different views for the laptop or for the tablet.
Mm-hmm. And
he said it was a good idea. Port Huron didn't do it, but it is a nice setup, But you guys have all that money. Is this a jealousy thing? Is this something saying? Is it no? Hear me out.
I'm listening. I'm with my open mouth.
Are fans in Bingo mad because Port Huron? Okay, yeah, we can't. Port Huron has trouble beating Bingo. Okay, we get it. But are you mad because your experience?
We put on a better fan experience.
Thank you.
Like I said, I encourage everybody to do that. If I was a commissioner and if I came into Port Huron and seeing that, I go, this is a relatively smaller team with nowhere near the attendance that the rest of you guys are getting. Why aren't you doing something like this to increase your profit margins, increase my profit margin to the league?
And to think about it, Port Huron averages, and I get the attendance when I'm there. Port Huron averages over 1,200 people a night now because of the experience of the on-ice shows, the lighting, just everything. Everything about it has bettered Port Huron.
Let's say it. Port Huron's experience, the fan experience, is I never been to a game, so
Better than the two-time defending champs?
no. I was gonna say it's better than a Wings game.
No, I wouldn't say that. Oh,
I wouldn't.
okay, ladies and gentlemen, he's tired. He fell and bumped his head.
I'm not saying it's better than the Wings, but it's on the same playing field.
The press conference that Ken Andrews had. I had a message from Matt Graham asking if my wife and I were going. And we're going to get shut up. Hold on.
Yes, people. This is all lies.
Anyways, shut up.
You look like Bingo's coach yelling at Paulie the one day. Stop it! You stop it!
So, what I was saying though is at the press conference, Ken Andrews' big view was to better the fan experience. That's what he came here for.
Mm-hmm.
He came here to get a team produced. Matt Graham, Alex Johnson, Chris Paul, you're in charge of that. I'm here to better the fan experience. I'm sorry if you guys are two-time defending cup champions and you guys can't afford it, or you guys just are too lazy to put it in. I don't know. But don't bash a guy because he shot the puck at a kid. The kid's all right. But guess what? We're going to keep riding on. And when Port Huron, I hate to say this, but when Port Huron beats you in the playoffs, then you can go on your YouTube page and ramble about that and give me false
I hope
stats.
you're right. We're holding them accountable, Richard. We're holding them accountable. Whatever happens in the playoffs, it's on Justin's head now.
Woo! Put it on my head. Put it on my head. Anyways, yeah, so I'm not bashing anybody. I just get some facts straight, dude. Get some facts straight. If you're going to bash McMorran, come to McMorran.
Please come enjoy this experience. If it don't give you goosebumps at the beginning, I don't know what will.
Then you're a psycho. You're a plain psycho. You do not belong in hockey. You do not belong podcasting. You belong down in your mom's basement, and that's just straight it. Because if you cannot get it, I'm sorry, if your nipples don't get hard over hockey.
Well, folks, can we manually mute him?
I think I can. Actually.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
But anyway, you know what I'm saying.
If you would have just done it.
Come on, it's adult thing here. Hockey's, I mean, you know, kids get irate.
We're talking about kids in hockey, Justin. Way to have a general audience. Jeez, are you a bingo fan?
I was talking about bingo fans here. Like when bingo goes there, you see them sit there. It's like they cross their legs. They wear these fancy dresses, these bow ties, and all this shit. Poop. Just throw
it out the window, man.
Touch something.
At the end of the day,
I'm looking at the schedule. We do not go to bingo until March.
And I'm sorry, I'm going to put this out there too. If you're going to bash McMorran, why don't you look at your schedule, because you have a cakewalk schedule the rest of the year.
They got a cakewalk schedule because they've got a core. That team would go into any arena and kick it if they wanted to. See, I muted myself.
I falsify you on that because they have yet to come into McMorran this year and beat them.
We lost the first game against them this year, didn't we?
We
won the second.
Okay, I get. Okay, Okay. Touche.
You got to get quick on that mute button, Richard. We're here to spit facts, and you're over here like, dur, dur, dur.
I wasn't
Well, I'm
there
just
for
looking at the schedule.
I wasn't there
because-
for that game.
We didn't play bingo October 31st and November 1st. We played bingo.
Yeah.
And we didn't play them again until December 5th and 6th. We were sick. But we don't play them.
And you know what? That game don't count when we went to bingo because we had to travel in freaking soccer mom vans.
Hey, excuses are like a-holes. Everybody has one, and they all
You
stink.
know what though? But
We got to show up.
I stand on it. You were still sick, and then your bus broke down. You didn't get comfortable sleep. I'm sorry. If you're a player, you know that's not going to work out well for you.
Yeah.
But as a player, you got to adapt, conquer, and get it done.
Well, this is why it's the FPHL, not the NHL.
Well,
I'm gonna put this out there before I'm actually jump off. I am gonna go eat dinner with the family, guys. Binghamton comes in the 13th and 14th. Mr. Ryan, make the trip. I want you to enjoy McMorran and the beautifulness that it is, and you can see how lit it is in there.
And I'm going to put you on the spot, Andy, in Section 9. If Mr. Ryan Gary shows up, would you
I will buy
his
you a
ticket?
drink.
I will buy his ticket.
So here
100%.
yourself, folks. Hour and 36 minutes. Andy Klein will buy Mr. Gary Ryan his ticket to McMorran when they come.
Come experience the environment. Come see how lit it is as party wise, and how much the arena is illuminated during gameplay, and when we score numerous times on your wonderful goaltender.
What wonderful. They got rid of their goaltender.
Elbert was traded, but they still got the other one.
Well, Andy, I'm going to let you enjoy your dinner with your
Andy!
family.
Yes.
What are you having for dinner?
I don't know yet. I haven't walked out there. It was made for me.
Oh, it was made for you. Anyways, you can't go till you take your picks tonight.
Okay. Clearly
Richard.
Prowler.
Read them off.
Go.
I'm taking PH tonight.
You just tell them to read them off, and you did the same thing I did. Quiet for a minute.
Okay.
You got to poop.
So we got Topeka Zydeco, Watertown Bingo, Rock Lobsters River Dragon, Hat Tricks Ice Cats.
We should probably go one by one.
Yeah, one by one. Don't read them all off
Oh.
because I'm still trying to take mine.
One by one, and let's answer because you just had me going. Yeah.
All right, I
Made
got
my eyes go cross.
I got PH, Bingo, and Monroe.
Okay, I'm going to start at the top.
Thank you,
Topeka Zydeco.
Zydeco.
You take Zydeco?
Yep.
What are you
I'm gonna
taking,
take
Justin?
I'm going to take Zydeco too.
You guys already know
You
what's going on, so
22 shots for Zydeco, 30 shots for Robbie Nichols
And
on the
it's still
Topeka.
2-2.
Yep.
Number 2 defense in the league, though. Come on,
Yeah.
Robbie. Do better.
we got Watertown versus Bingo.
Taking Bingo. Hate to say it. We just
Bingo.
talked about him, but
Love
see,
to hate.
Bingo. Hey, Bingo. We still love you in a way, just not when you're here.
We have Rock Lobsters Dragons.
I'm gonna take the Dragons on that one.
I'm gonna go the opposite. I gotta say Rock Lobster's taking it.
Hat Tricks Ice Cats.
Ooh, now, mind you, before you pick, both teams are sitting in the gutter right now. But I'm going PD.
You see, I've been to the arena. I love the fans. I gotta go Hat Tricks. I'm gonna go with the gut on this one.
Oh! Hear that, Matt Graham? You hear that, right? Your proud sponsor.
Love to hate.
Breakers
Them-
Moccasins.
I took the Mox.
Max.
That's a simple task for them.
Unless Schlepper knocks a few out.
Schlep, you ain't gonna do it. Calling you out.
Blue Ridge, Twin City.
Blue Ridge.
I'm taking Twin City on that one.
I hope 17 rolls his ankle real bad. Bomb.
Prowlers versus Indiana.
Prowlers.
Now, mind you, we play Indiana 3 times this weekend.
That's
Prowlers
fine.
were doing a clean sweep for clean sweep for 9 points.
What you got, Justin?
I got PH tonight.
All 3 games or what?
We'll talk about that on another episode because we only have a 1-1 tonight. Some of these teams play different teams this weekend.
True.
True, and I already got that all written out, so I'm already ahead of you guys. So,
Yeah.
Well, Andy, you enjoy your dinner.
Is that
Happy
it?
New Year. Bring it on in.
So,
Uh,
I gotta say it, right, Andy, before you leave.
What?
We'll see you tomorrow for the recap of the Port Huron Indiana game.
Got you. I'll be
All right,
here.
you gotta work tomorrow?
I do got to work, and I'm hoping my relief shows up on time again.
Okay, well, yeah, we got to do a recap on that and then see. And then we got to go through the games for this weekend because I think PH is the only one that plays the same team 3 times.
yeah, pretty much.
Sounds
All right,
good,
Andy.
gentlemen. Happy
Yep.
New Year's.
Talk to you later, Andy.
Enjoy
Happy New
yourself.
Year.
Justin, remember, I'm just going to point at you. You know what I'm thinking.
Hey, listen, if I get some juicy stuff tonight, you bet your rear ends during intermission we will be going live.
There's going to be something juicy and a little burning.
Goodbye, Andy.
Bye,
Happy New Year.
Andy.
So, Richard, I think that's it. I think
that's it. I think we covered everything. This is
we'll see you guys later. Me and Richard are going to talk off the live.
this was very informative. Hour and 40 minutes, but it covers a lot, folks. It really, a lot of subjects we touched on was very sensitive and very sensitive.
It's one of those subjects that you have to put to bed. It's done.
Yeah.
It's over with. The league, if this was wanting to happen, the league would have contacted McMorton and said, "Hey, you guys have to fix something or do this or do that." But at the end of the day, it's all about the fans. The fans are the reason why these players play. The fans are the reason why the arena gets the money they get. And if the fans aren't having fun, you're not going to have fans.
Yeah.
It's plain and simple.
No. I just hope when this video goes out to YouTube land and other people see this video, it's done. It's over, folks. Everything's been taken care of. Everything's been handled. We're not knocking anybody. We're just telling you facts how us 3 guys.
And another straight fact is with all 3 of us, if that would have happened to a Port Huron Prowler, it would be the same thing. Okay. You did it wrong. You did wrong. But I think the initial of just the 1-game suspension. Okay, he's getting a 1-game suspension, but the respect that the players have for Matt Graham, Alex Johnson, Chris Paulin, I don't want to toot their horn and say it would never happen, but because we all get mad, you could have shot it down the ice, you could have broke your stick, snapped it in half, slammed the door when he went to the bench, screamed at the top of your lungs, whatever. We understand losing sucks. I'm a competitive person. I always have been. I always will. Andy and Richard can tell you, when I'm watching hockey, I'm on that phone and I'm complaining. I'm complaining about this. I complain about that. At the end of the day, though, if it was a Port Huron Prowler, there would be I don't think there'd be no trespass because I think there'd be a release form signed saying you no longer play for Port Huron.
Yeah. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe this topic that we touched on is put to bed. Let's not speak of this. Let's go into the new year knowing of this event, but let's not talk about it.
There's no reason to talk about it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to bash an arena. There's no reason to bash, oh, well, they don't like him, so that's why he got banned. That's not how that works. the Port Huron Prowlers have a job to do. And when the owner of McMorran comes down and says, this is what we're doing, that's what they have to follow by. They only rent the arena. They don't have say over the rules. They don't have say over anything in that arena besides respect it, respect the fans, keep fans in there because we've seen it before in other teams in the UHL. You don't get the fans, you're a 2-year team and you're gone.
Yep. Folks,
So-
we will
Put it to bed.
put it to bed. You will be hearing from us next couple
Soon.
days. Maybe tomorrow,
Well-
maybe tonight. Who knows?
It might
Who
be
knows
tonight.
when we
It might
talk?
be tonight. It might be tonight. We'll see how the game goes. But if you're out driving around New Year's Eve, get a cab, get a bus.
Yeah. Please, for the love of God, call somebody.
Or just stay
Get a
home.
cab.
Watch
Or just stay
FPHL
home.
hockey.
But don't drive drunk. Get a DD. Stay at home and drink. That's the only. I don't care if you want to watch this, but at hour and 46 minutes, watch it from there. As a father, please, if your sons and daughters are out and about drinking and driving, and you're a father or mother, tell them, please get a DD. Because no one wants that phone call. That's the only thing that I think Justin and I want to sing home after this video is, please get a DD.
And any of you players out there too. I don't care what team you're for.
Yep.
What
Drink
you
in
guys-
your hotel room. Drink on the bus. Don't make that person make that phone call. Funerals suck. Death sucks. Folks, I'm gonna go get dinner and watch the Port Huron Prowler hockey. Justin, you have a happy new year, my friend.